Hello there. Welcome back to my channel. If you have not been here, my name's Alene and I'm very happy to have you here. If you have, welcome back again. This video I'm going to be talking about gymtimidation and just anxiety when it comes to going to the gym for the first time, starting weightlifting, starting just, you know, getting back into shape. I know it's like super intimidating going into like the weight sections of the gym, especially if you haven't been there before, especially if you haven't been to the gym before. Occasionally there'll be some cute guys, which kind of just makes it more intimidating. And there'll also be like huge guys who are grunting and everyone's sweating and it kind of smells weird and you just feel really out of place. You're like, there's all these machines you don't know how to do. I've been there and it is really scary and I acknowledge that. So that's why I'm making this video. I've kind of broken down into 8 tips that you can keep in mind when you're trying to go to the gym and, you know, get over that gym anxiety. So before we get into it, if you want to subscribe to my channel down below and hit the like, that would mean hit the like button. That would mean the world to me. I really appreciate it. It means I can keep on making these videos and helping you guys out, as well as just having fun because I like making these videos. But yes, tip number 1, it's kind of, you know, it's been said 1,000,001 times, but I think it's worth saying again, is that everyone starts somewhere. We've all been a beginner at some point. You can't be an advanced lifter without having begun. That's just how life is, unfortunately. We just can't jump to that later stage. Kind of unfortunately, but kind of not, because the moments that you are most uncomfortable are the moments that you grow the most. So going to the gym and getting comfortable will really like grow you as a person. I know my confidence has grown so much because of the gym, and I wouldn't be where I am today. I wouldn't be here without it. It really does a lot of good things to your mental health, to your physical health, and it's really just, it's worth going. You know, obviously you have a goal in mind if you're watching this video, and it's worth it. Stick to it. I believe in you and you got it. Dang it, I already went on a tangent. Everyone has to be uncomfortable at first, otherwise you'll never get to the point that you are comfortable. Someone commented on my post the other day that, wow, your warm-up weight is my working set weight. I was like, yeah, but my warm-up weight was also once my working set weight. You know, we all grow and we all get there, so you just have to keep at it. Alright, so tip number 2, go to the gym with someone. If you can find a partner to go to the gym with, even for just like the first few times, that is fantastic. If they know what they're doing, like if they're into weightlifting and you're trying to weightlift, then that's fantastic. They can obviously give you like form tips, machine help, give you the layout of the gym and whatnot, and that's super helpful. But if they don't know what they're doing, it's a win-win situation still, because, you know, going to the gym, you don't know what you're doing, you kind of just feel dumb sometimes, but if you go with someone else who doesn't know what they're doing, it just makes it fun. You don't really feel as dumb, and if you do, it's together, so it just makes it better. It's just a bonding experience at that point. And, you know, 2 eyes are way better than 1 to figure out what pin to pull for a machine and like get it situated. So yeah, find someone to go with the gym. If you can afford a trainer, that's amazing. They can be really helpful for the first few weeks. You don't have to have it for like 10 weeks, but just for like first few sessions, that can be super helpful, kind of inform you where everything is, how to do a few certain movements that can like translate into other movements, how to maybe get a program. Super helpful. But no worries if you can't afford that and you don't have any friends or anyone that's interested in going to the gym, because the gym's all about yourself anyways. And that leads me to point number 3. Tip number 3 is you do you. We all go to the gym to better ourselves. We're all in there working to better ourselves, which is probably why you're going too, you know? Whether it's physically, mentally, to have more energy, whatever it is, you're there for yourself. You're not there for other people. And so when you go to the gym, don't focus on other people. One thing that I like to do is wear a big hoodie, If you wear all black, it helps make you feel like you're just blending in and you're like not really there, kind of just focusing on yourself. I got my big Off-Fleet hoodie, which is a size men's large that I like to wear on days I'm just like really not in a mood, really don't want people talking to me, and I just put the hood up and go around, and it's like a dress on me, and it's great. And when you put the hood on, you like kind of block out everyone around you, put your earbuds in, get a playlist that's gets you going, and yeah, just have them be noise blocking. Just don't look at anyone around you. Very much majority of the time, no one's gonna be looking at you. Turn your music up, put your hood on. A hat is really helpful. You can just focus on you, which is all you're there to do anyways. So you do you, girl. Don't focus on anyone else, girl or boy. And tip number 4 is explore your gym. So if this is your first time going to the gym, or if it's the first time just going into this area of your gym, definitely just take a little bit the first time to walk around and see what's there. Usually there will be a cardio a cardio section of the gym that you can do a warm-up on. Sometimes you can see all the weights area, which is super nice. Just like do your treadmill, have your earbuds in, and just kind of like check out the scene, you know, check out what people are doing, what areas, what machines are available, and kind of go by that. If you can't see any of the weight area, by your cardio treadmill, whatever you're doing, just after, have your earbuds in and just kind of walk along the aisles of machines, check out what people are doing again, see what equipment's available, and just look at it. Kind of take some mental notes to be like, okay, so this is there if I want to do this next week, or this is there if I want to do it tomorrow or later today. Just knowing the layout kind of gives you a little bit more comfortable feel. It's not totally new then, and I find that really helpful. You can also check out if there's any like section of the gym that like, ooh, look at that corner over there. Like I could take some weights and just go into that corner. That would be nice. All right, so then tip number 5 and 6 kind of. Yeah, okay, well 5 is have a plan, and 6 is use the resources available to you. And they kind of go hand in hand. Going into the gym without a plan when you're a beginner, it's just not the move. You don't want to do it, because then you just end up there, you're overwhelmed, you don't know what to do. It's intimidating, and honestly you just end up leaving. I've done that before. I have been there and I don't recommend. So to have a plan, use your resources, look up on the internet, beginner lifter program focused on glutes. There's so many free programs out there. Beginner workout for shoulders, for upper body, for lower body, whatever you want to focus on, just look it up on the internet, kind of just take a few exercises that maybe you've seen people doing, you wanted to try out, and just write those down, write out like, just do like 3 sets of 10 reps, 4 sets of 8 reps, whatever you want to do. It doesn't have to be super serious, you don't have to go heavy, it doesn't have to be super hard exercises. Often for a beginner, machine exercises are a little bit easier to figure out than free weight exercises. You just don't really have to know where your body is exactly. It kind of does it for you. A lot of them you can just kind of sit down. Don't overthink it too much. Have a workout written out, write it down on your phone, and then before you go in, look up on YouTube, internet, whatever you want. Say you're gonna do leg press. So look up leg press form tips. Read the tips, take it in, maybe take some notes. I like to screenshot form tips. A lot of people will put like side-by-side form comparisons, which one's right, which one's not. I find that's helpful. I will screenshot that. You can refer back to it later when you're actually doing the exercise and be like, this feels kind of weird. Let me check out what I'm doing. Am I following these tips? Also look up common leg press mistakes, because that is super helpful. I always look that up for my exercises, because often you'll be doing an exercise and you're like, this feels fine, but like it doesn't feel quite right. And you look it up and you're like, oh wait, I was doing that super common mistake. And it's super common because everyone does it, right? So look that up, take notes, take screenshots. Don't be afraid to stop, get on your phone and look that up. Look up form tips for leg press or form mistakes for leg press, because I still do that all the time, and no one's gonna think anything of you stopping, taking a break, and being on your phone. No one knows what you're doing. Also, no one cares. Also, props to you for getting good form. Yeah, that's about the end of tips 5 and 6. The other thing is practice in the mirror at home. I did this a lot for like RDLs and stuff. I would practice in the mirror. Also for deadlift form, I just go in the mirror, try getting my form right, watch a video, do it again in the mirror, watch a video again, do it again. And then when I get in the actual gym, I feel a little bit more comfortable because I'm like, okay, I was doing this in the mirror before. It looked pretty close to right. I didn't look ridiculous, so it makes me feel less ridiculous when I try it at the gym. And tip number 7 is don't overthink it. Everyone's there again to better themselves. They're focused on themselves. They're not focused on you. I've yet to meet a person who's been mean in the gym. Obviously, there are those people, but they're far and few between. They're just working on themselves. They respect you for working on yourself. And yeah, if you really don't know how to do a machine and someone's like right on the machine next to you doing it, I mean, you can take a look at them, but also like when they stop doing their movement, feel free to be like, hey, could you show me how to adjust this? I'm just like not really sure. And they will definitely help you. No one's gonna be like, no, fuck you. But who would do that? If they do that, it's their problem. It's not you, it's all them, and you don't want to be associated with them anyways. At that point, just turn your music up and put your hood back on and just zone away from them, because bad vibe. It's not weird. No one's gonna think you're weird for reading the instructions on the machine, because I still do that. A lot of machines are different. They all look different, and it's important to read the instructions. They also tell you what muscle part you're working. It's helpful. Sometimes the instructions are bad still, so you probably will still have to look up form tips on the internet. But it is really helpful to read the descriptions and pictures. That's why they're there. No one thinks you're dumb or weird for doing that. Everyone does it, I swear. And that brings us around to tip number 8, which is keep going. You're not gonna ever be comfortable if you stop going. It's going to take you a little bit to get comfortable. That's straight up, you know, it takes you a little bit to get comfortable at doing anything. Every time you get a new job, it's scary as heck. You don't know what you're doing, you feel really stressed, and that's kind of like going to the gym. But know that you're there because you're bettering yourself, you're there to learn, you're there to challenge yourself, you're there to have more energy outside the gym, and eventually you are going to love it. You just have to keep at it. You really do, and that's really all there is to it. Trying to think. Oh, I kind of forgot to mention this tip, but girls, I know there's a lot of like exercises that can feel a little bit like revealing and weird. So if you do go like with RDLs, you know, you're all like RDLs or something, you know, you're bending over doing this. First, you can go to a wall, so have a wall facing this, so you're only doing that to the wall and like no one can be looking at you. But also having a sweatshirt, super helpful. Once again, you can just tie it around your waist and the problem's solved. It's also helpful if you ever pee yourself, like I have done, and need something to just cover up while you go to the bathroom real quick. And on that note, that's the end of this video. I hope you guys found this helpful, and let me know if you do. I'll see you guys again soon.